Alright guys, that's it. The 96 Dodge Neon's ready to go. I don't know if I can watch it go out the driveway though. It's so hard because that thing was my first car. It turned into my love of my life. It's gonna be hard. We hit the road tomorrow and it's gonna be about an hour drive. We're gonna go trade it in. But I think it's something that's gonna have to happen. The one thing good about this is it just opens up another book of opportunities. You're gone, now you're gone, oh I love. Okay, so here's basically the rundown of everything that I've done to that car. It wasn't a lot, it was for the most part all stock. When I first got it, I was pretty much a ricer. I started out with, I think subwoofers were the first thing that I wanted in that. There's a lot of body damage on the car, and there still is. I didn't get to fix a lot of it, but I got to fix some of it and make it on its way to looking good. I actually got into an accident, and so I went and actually bought a parts neon. So this is going to be part neon number 1. It was sitting in the back of the dealership, covered up with snow, and me and my buddy went over there and wiped off the snow and realized, wow, this one actually has real rims on it, because at the time the 96 Highline comes with hubcaps, and they're just the prettiest hubcaps you can ever find on a car. So I was actually excited as a kid in a candy shop about real rims. So we hauled that over to my apartment where it sat pretty much all through winter, and then the rims, apparently 97 rims for this model, submodel, didn't want to fit on my submodel, so that idea went down the drain. And then I found out what Nightshade was, and I took that to a professional level. Oh, and then at one time I did have, you know, those little lights that go on the hood. I had 2 little lights from Nordstrom's or something like that. They cost me like $40 for 2 little LEDs. And then I had a light from a kids meal at McDonald's sitting on the vent in my car up front for the defroster. That was supposed to go around your ear, make them know. I said I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna make it part of my ricey car. And then, oh yeah, those lights rusted out like immediately. Then I think at this point, this was when I really wanted to get pretty serious with the car. I started researching what an engine really is, how an engine really works, what are pistons, lifters, rods, blah blah blah. I'm watching these videos on YouTube of all these little 4-door neons going down the quarter mile, and they're pushing out 6 pounds of boost, no problem. And I'm thinking, wow, boost would be fun. Unfortunately, I did not get to boost it. I'm looking at performance upgrade now. You know, I have all these little ricey upgrades, the lights on the windshield, subwoofers, whatnot. I'm bad to the bone. Now let's get to the power aspect. First I was gonna go with the obvious cold air intake. That's obviously the first rice burners upgrade to the car. I was looking at the AIM cold air intake. So I'm like really pushing you. I'm like, you know, I really want to go through with this performance aspect. I'm looking on Craigslist, and there's, you know, all kinds of parts, random parts for neons all throughout the state, none really in South Dakota. So I'm looking at other states at parts for sale for the neon, and I come across this ad, and he's somewhere in Nebraska, I think, a couple hours away from Lincoln, Nebraska. And that engine and transmission was for sale for $600. And I'm like, okay. Because I really wanted this neon to be manual. So I wanted to convert it to manual, and I knew that was a huge step in tuning, was swapping out the whole thing. I did a whole bunch of research online, how to do it, you know, who can do it, blah blah blah. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy an engine, and I'm gonna buy a tranny, and I'm gonna get all the parts I need to swap out this car, because I'm gonna make it a manual. Me and my buddy Devin, we plan out this whole trip to go to Lincoln, Nebraska, or a couple hours outside of Lincoln. And we plan this whole trip to go down there in his dad's work van and haul this engine back to Sioux Falls. and it's just gonna sit in my garage. It's gonna be my project. You know, I'm gonna build it up a little bit, and it's gonna be a boss. So now I'm back with this engine and everything, and it's obviously pretty serious. I'm just die hard for this car. You don't even know. We get the engine and back and everything, and you know, I'm really excited because I didn't think I was actually going to go 6 hours away to buy an engine and transmission for my car to swap it out. I'm on Facebook one day, and there's a group here in town, Buy, Sell, and Trade, where a lot of the little tuners or whatever come together in a group, and they post up all their parts that they have for sale. It's a pretty good group if you have a Honda, but that's about it. If you got any car, you're pretty screwed. I come across a guy selling basically just a turbo kit. Immediately my freaking brain went ding ding ding, turbo. That sounds like a good idea. Blah blah blah. I want to buy because boost is cool. Out, and I bought the turbo from the guy. Showed up at his garage, and of course, you know, there's like 3 Hondas in the garage. Everything's coming together slowly but surely. This guy was selling a 1999 Dodge Neon RT, the actual car. And so I text this guy immediately because I am freaking out. He only wants $400 for it. It runs, and it has 99% of the glass. There is no third. I don't know why I put up the third finger, because I thought I was gonna go there, but I didn't. Anyways, so I'm texting this guy, and you know, he's like, $300 today, and you can, whatever, scrap value. I don't even know if we got money for it. So I have this beast sitting here in my garage, and the thing actually runs. For $300, I bought a 99 RT, the most deluxe Neon that you can get, and it's 5-speed and dual overhead cam. Badass, might I tell you. And so now that's a part of my Neon project. So now I have the engine, the transmission, these miscellaneous turbo parts, and so now it's just sitting there waiting for me to either take off a week to do this transfer, because I didn't really know how to do it. There was a bunch of guides online and stuff, so I was kind of sketched out, or I had to come up with probably $600 for someone in town to transfer it. And that's basically where the project stopped. Why did the project stop? Because that's why. But let's meet my partner in crime. This is the guy, me and him. That's what made the Neon. We spent hours and hours on that car out in the winter, out in the summer, looking for parts, putting parts together, and screwing up a lot on the car. A lot of blood, a lot of tears, a lot of sweat. Too much sweat. Wasn't good. So long story short, I ended up getting the Sentra, my new baby, and now that's currently my favorite project, my only project, hopefully. So that's kind of just my little story about my first car. I'm just gonna put in a little short film just to be cheesy about it. Check it out. miss it and I'm driving it right now.
Perfect.
Devin, do you love the Neon?
Yes, what?
I don't love it. It's gotta go. It's time to go. Sound system's pretty good though. This is the Mighty Mechanic.
Turn up 2013.